Hello, everybody, troop. Welcome back. How are you guys? I hope you're having an amazing day. It is Friday and the weekend is here. So, girl, I hoping that you are gonna be having an amazing weekend and do whatever you want to do. Okay, girl, we need to talk because we have the official announcement of who is returning. For the Real Housewife of Orange County, who is in and who is out for the iconic season 20th of the Real Housewife of Orange County. But before we start, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome to the Beverly Troop, where I keep it real and I mention it all. So make sure to subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you are part of the old crew, if you have not done it yet, double check the notification bell, or better yet, turn it off and turn it on again. Okay, all right, guys, so let's talk about this mess. I think a lot of us were very upset when it was announced that Katie Janella will not be returning for season 20th of the Real Housewives of Orange County. You know, I think it's one of those mistakes that does not make any sense. Okay, that is very controlled by, you know, these ladies over Bravo, right? And they did not listen to the fans. We wanted Katie Janella to return to the show. Like, it was so obvious, and I think it will have made such good TV to bring Katie Janella back, you know? And now I just kind of like don't understand what is the thought process over it. Okay, because first of all, I will understand if Katie was completely in the outs with absolutely everyone, you know, and like all of the ladies hated her, like Monica Garcia, Darnell Powell on Salt Lake City, you know. But in this case, Katie actually had a great relationship with Tamara Judge. She started a relationship with Vicky Gumbel's son, and even Heather Dubrow apologized to Katie Janella. So I feel that there was like things to pick up there to create, because now Katie was gonna be in the outs with Gina Kirschenheit, Emily Simpson, and Jennifer Pedranti. So it was kind of like in the middle, you know what I mean? So it was like, this could have been so good, and they just didn't happen. Now, on the optics side, I'm not trying to say absolutely anything, you know, but representation matters, right? And what does it set from Bravo when you have fired every single Asian housewife on the Bravo community? You know, you did it to Dr. Tiffany Moon, you did it to Crystal Minkoff, and now you are doing it to Katie Janella. I really don't think it's racially motivated, you know, but I'm just saying, as if I was Bravo, I will be looking at it and I will be saying, maybe this is not a good idea. You know, I will say, just because of the optics of it, I will be like, maybe just have this token car for a little bit longer, you know. Even Crystal Minkoff, she was on the show for like 4 seasons, I think so. So, just a little bit longer, especially when you still have storylines to explode from these women, right? So I don't know, I think it was such a big mistake. But now the question was, who is returning? You know, I mean, apart from Vicky Gumbel's son, we really have not much idea of who was going to be joining the iconic season 20th of the Real Housewives of Orange County. Well, we have some sources, and now they are saying that with Vicky Gumbel's son set to return, fans have been okay. Radar Online can exclusively reveal who was offered a coveted spot to come back to the hit franchise and who will be left in the dust. According to a source, the entire cast was asked to return to the show except for Katie Janella. This means Heather Dubrow, Emily Simpson, Gina Kirschenheit, Jennifer Pedranti, Shannon Bedore, and Tamara Judge were all given an orange for season 20th. Okay. I yes, there are things that I just don't understand. Look, I love Bravo, I love my housewives, but loving someone doesn't mean that they cannot make mistakes. And this is one of those times that I'm thinking, why is Gina still in the show? Gina is really not offering me absolutely anything, and we already know what her storyline is going to be next season, which is basically that she's engaged, right? So we're probably gonna be watching like the engagement and like an engagement party and like maybe a bachelor party, and like it's all going to be about that, right? I just don't get it. I have never been able to get it, like why Gina is still a housewife, right? I know a lot of you don't like Emily. I actually don't have a problems with Emily Simpson. I just feel like Emily brings more to the plate than Gina Kirschenheim, right? I will have fired Gina over Katie Janella in like a second. You know what I mean? I think it just needs to happen. But anyways, now the big question, and I think this is going to really be detrimental to what is going to be the future of the show, is what is going to happen to Gretchen Rosie. Because it will be the biggest slap in the face to every single fan out there to make Gretchen return after everything that we have discovered about her. It is very hard for me. I am a person who, I'm very into social things, and things that affect us as a society, and to have someone who is actively being a homophobe or a transphobe or, a racist or any of those bad things, it's very hard for me to just think that it is okay for them to have a platform, I don't think it's even about being a Republican. I don't really care that much about your political issues until, a certain extent. But when it comes to human rights, that's where you have to draw a line. You know what I mean? So like if you are actively being a homophobe, a transphobe, a racist, a xenophobe, that's when I'm start saying, I don't have time for you. You know what I mean? And I think the things that we discovered from Gretchen were very much around that. Now, according to this, it says that what about Gretchen Rosie? Well, she and Tamara Judge went at it over a lot of their old issues. Things took a turn when Gretchen was accused of liking and engaging in homophobic and transphobic posts on the season finale. Currently, apparently, Gretchen is in limbo. Some of the women on the show who are fond of her have been calling her and asking her what's going on and if she is going to be returning. While the insider stated last year was a rough one for Gretchen Rosie, they noted it's still possible she could return, and even potentially in a full-time role. It's uncertain what will ultimately happen with her, but at the end of the day, there's still a lot of drama to be hashed out, and it will make sense to do it in front of the cameras. This is like the stupidest shit, because believe me, I will 100% prefer to see those issues with Katie Janella to be brought on the camera that give a platform to an active homophobe in front of, the camera and in our show. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? So anyways, that's what is going on. Apparently the whole cast will be back. Tamara Judge already did an announcement, so she confirmed that she's definitely returning to the show. Shannon Bedore took pictures with Vicky Gumbels on the other day, so I think it's safe to say that she's also returning to the show. The only ones that have not said absolutely anything just yet has been Heather Dubrow, Emily Simpson, and Jenna Kirschenheit. But according to this, all of three of them will be returning. So how do you feel about this? I mean, are you excited? Are you shocked? What are your thoughts on Gretchen Rosie possibly returning to the show next season, even as an Orange holder? Let me know, and if you want to get all the tea related to the Real Housewives of Orange County or any of the other Bravo shows, Make sure to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you around. See ya. Bye.